Alright, it says we're streaming.
Yeah, we are.
Well, let's see if we are. That way I can tell everyone. We are 100 episodes.
Yeah.
You can sound a little bit more excited. It says we're live.
Yeah, I will when we start recording. I'm saving it up. Saving it up. Got a full tank. This thing starts up.
So start it up, start it up, up.
You're not on fire. Home.
For 100 episodes.
The funny thing about that Scratchers ad is that they're giving them pennies, but pennies are like the worst coin for Scratchers. Like a dime or a quarter. Because they got those serrated edges. Work a lot better. Give them a penny or a nickel, and it's like just flat edges. It doesn't work as well.
Alright, being sent out now because it's 8 o'clock. There it goes. Done. 100th episode.
It's happening.
We've done it.
Well, we haven't done it yet.
We're in the middle of doing it.
We're just at the beginning of doing this. In fact, we haven't even done it yet because we're not running Audacity.
Oh, right. So let's start this then.
Recorded from an earlier live broadcast.
We are recorded from an
This, however, is not recorded from an earlier live broadcast.
Well, depending on when you listen
to it later, which it is. Hi! It's the Media Boat Podcast. It's episode 100!
Guys, we did it. We started this thing way back at January
and
2nd.
16!
15.
15?
Yeah, we go through all 15 and all the 16. We're in a little 7.
That doesn't sound right. No. I think we
went
went through all 16.
Yeah.
And now we have made it through all of 17.
That's right. Our first episode was 2015 review.
Yeah.
Unofficially.
Right. Because it's episode 100 of the Media Boat Podcast, your source for news about movies, television, music, and video games. Not necessarily in that order. My name is Matt.
It's in that order.
And give or take. My name is Matt. His name is Mike.
I'm Mike. He's Matt. Welcome to episode 100.
It is November the 28th.
Yep.
29th? November 29th, Wednesday, November 29th, 2017. We are wrapping up, pretty close here, to wrapping up 2017. One more month after this.
It's happening.
It's happening.
And we're actually entering my favorite time of the month.
It's the most wonderful time of the month.
Yes, because all the lists come out.
It's almost list time, and we'll have our own lists at the end of December. But before we get there, we have a regular-ass podcast today. Even though it is episode 100, we're going to treat this as a usual episode of the podcast. We may do some sort of fun thing for the end of Season 2, but we'll see.
Well, we have to get to end of Season 2.
We have to get there first, and to get there, we have to finish this podcast, which means we start where we always start, which is the weekend box office numbers.
Woo!
This was a good week.
Yes.
Because a movie that we both really like was number 1.
Yep. Coco. Coco number 1. So you saw Coco?
I did.
Was it everything I said it was?
So yeah, yes, I agree with everything you had to say about it last week. But the number one thing I was thinking about that whole time, well, first of all, I liked it.
Yes.
I mean, like is probably not the accurate term. I really enjoyed it. Like,
Top 5?
Yeah, easily.
Yeah, I know, right?
Not only of this year.
Oh yeah, of Pixar.
But yeah, of Pixar, they did such a good job.
That's what I said last week.
It's a visually stunning thing. Everything just pops.
I'm giddy about it.
It has such a consistent story. When you think about the good Pixar movies, I actually had this talk with our good friends. A couple of our good friends this past weekend.
Oh, the one who's very passionate about Disney?
Yeah. And we were talking about the best of the best when it comes to Pixar. And depending on who you talk to, you can get wildly different results, is another thing I found out from talking to people about this. Different people have different movies up there. And what I've noticed is that the plotting is not always super consistent, even on the ones that people love.
Like Up?
Like WALL-E.
Yeah.
There are movies that have really, really strong parts, but the plot kind of is its weakest point.
Right, but visually it looks good and it tells a good story.
Right.
Until you start picking holes in it.
So the cool thing about Coco, that does not happen.
No.
That never happens. There's a through line from start to finish. Everything fits. No scene is wasted.
And everything gets
No
explained.
character is wasted.
Yeah.
You're right. It does a really good job of explaining the world.
Mm-hmm.
Though you gave me the impression that there'd be a lot more rules than there were. I see what you meant by what you were talking about last week.
Yeah.
But really, it does just enough for you to realize why things are happening.
Right.
And that's it. And then it does no more. It's just like, okay, here's what's going on. Here's why these characters are in their situation, and that's it. And I think that it's very clean that way. I was actually talking to my dad. I saw it with my father. I was talking to my dad on the way home about like how it's like from a screenwriting perspective, they did a lot of really smart things. Like they didn't have too many characters. There were just enough characters within the actual plot, not counting, of course, like his extended family.
Right.
But like there were just enough characters in the main plot to get things going. You didn't need more than the 4 people involved.
Yeah.
And that's great. That's a great script. That's
keeps everything
evidence of a great
concise.
script.
Yeah.
So yeah, I really, really enjoyed it. I think it's a really strong Pixar movie. I don't know if I like it more than Inside Out. That is going to be a thing that I'm going to have to talk about myself, and I'm going to have to see this multiple times to really get there.
We may end up getting there eventually with
maybe.
a bracket challenge.
Oh man,
Pixar
that's going to be
stuff.
extra tough now that Coco exists.
I know.
Man, okay. Well, that's March.
Yes,
that's March.
We may even do something different for March.
Maybe
We'll see. We'll see.
So yeah, I saw that. That was very, very good.
Now that I think about it, we may just end up doing Marvel for March.
Oh no.
Because it leads right into May.
I don't have enough to talk about Marvel movies though.
It leads right into May. Well, we can switch the rules though.
We could figure something out.
Switch the rules.
Anyways, maybe bring in some pinch hitters for that one.
Anyways, Coco #1 made $50 million over the weekend.
Yeah.
But over the total, it has made $72 million.
Not a terrible number, not a super amazing number.
No.
It didn't hit the 100 high of Toy Story 3, but as premieres go.
Right. But in terms of Pixar movies, it's solid. It's right in the middle. But the good thing about this thing is it's getting good word of mouth.
It'll have good word of mouth.
And it's going to have
legs.
This upcoming week, to go ahead and pick up some steam as well. Yeah. Because nothing's coming out.
Yeah, it's good. It's going to have a nice little path to make some more money.
Yeah, because just to put it out there, the next big wide release would be the following week, the 8th, which is Just Getting Started, which is the old person movie.
I saw a great Twitter joke about Morgan Freeman and movies that he stars in all being jokes about, we get it, he's old.
Yes.
It was pretty great.
Yeah. But other than that, I mean, the only really big one will be Star Wars.
Yeah. That's kind of your December. Everybody got out of the way on purpose of that thing.
Mm-hmm. Or they threw all their other movies under the bus for Star Wars.
We're getting ahead of ourselves. What else is in this top 5 at the box office this past weekend?
So number 2 was Justice League. Got a 56% drop for a $41 million. Made it number 2. 171 total domestically. Not looking good.
Yeah.
But 400 worldwide, so at least that's keeping it alive.
Yeah.
Next we have number 3 with Wonder, with made $22 million, a 17% drop.
Yep.
Number 4 was Thor Ragnarok, made $16 million, 22% drop, but 270 million domestically, 700 million worldwide. Across that 700 million, looks like it's gonna hit 8, so it's gonna be another Marvel hit.
Great,
which is great. And then rounding out your top 5 was Daddy's Home 2 with 14 million. 51% drop for that.
Yeah, percentage-wise, not a lot of steep drops actually.
No,
very, very modular drops because everything kind of nudged down behind.
Right.
Coco.
Well, because the only big release was Coco.
Yeah. So yeah, everything kind of just hopped down a step.
Yep.
But there's a movie not on this list that we both saw.
Well, first let's get with coming soon.
Oh, do we want to do that first? Well, you pretty much already said nothing.
Well, yeah. So this upcoming weekend, there is no wide release movie.
Yeah.
But there are 2 movies that should be on your radar.
Okay.
If you are nearby any limited release theaters, they'll be showing them. First one is The Shape of Water. This is the Guillermo del Toro movie about the deaf girl and the water monster.
It's like a sea monster, yeah.
Yeah. I like to think it's the creature from the Black Lagoon.
But not.
Yeah.
It kind of looks, design-wise, it kind of reminded me.
Yeah.
I saw the trailer for this thing.
Right, because it's a ladybird.
Yeah. So yeah, it seems okay. I don't know. Yeah. Not really my kind of movie, but...
I know, it's Guillermo del Toro. It's not a lot of people's movies. It's not really on a lot of people's radars.
I'm glad people are still throwing money at him and letting him make what he wants.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah. So if you want to see more independent movies, go see or The Shape of Water.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with Ed Sheeran, The Shape of You.
Yeah,
No. The other movie coming out this weekend that you should probably see if you're a movie nut like I am, that is The Disaster Artist.
Right. They showed a trailer for that also that I saw this week.
Yes.
That looks pretty funny.
Yep.
Yeah.
So far, that thing's got a 96% on Rotten Tomatoes.
That, of course, being the James Franco movie about the fictional account of the making of The Room.
I don't want to say fictional account, but
it's definitely a fictional account.
Yeah,
well, but it's based on real events.
It's based off a book.
Because it's based on it's based on the book that's based on the making of the movie.
Yes,
but I'm sure they take liberties. It's a movie.
Yeah. So yeah, that's The Disaster Artist. So those are two independent movies coming out this weekend. Chances are your theater may be showing The Disaster Artist.
It may.
Or maybe showing The Shape of Water.
So check it out. Check out your local listings.
Yes, I will definitely be trying to find what was it? The Disaster Artist.
Yeah.
It looks great. I'll have my thoughts on that this weekend.
Cool.
See if it's as good as people think it is. That being said,
yeah,
there's one movie out there that everyone cannot stop raving about. We're going to go right into it. Because we both saw this movie.
So yeah.
Lady Bird.
Okay, so this was on my radar earlier, like months ago, when I heard it was being made, because the director and writer, Greta Gerwig, she's been in a couple things that I really liked. She collabed with Noah Baumbach on the movie Frances Ha, which I really enjoy, and also has worked with him on a couple of other movies. Kind of up and comer in the indie movie scene, and this is her debut writer as director and writer of her own film. Yeah, went to see this the other day. It is excellent. It is a very, very good movie. It's kind of a coming of age film, but about a young woman as opposed to a young man. So, she, in an interview, she said that she wanted to write something that would be kind of a female counterpart to something like Boyhood. Basically showing a different kind of perspective about growing up. It's about her hometown, Sacramento, as well. The main character in this grows up in Sacramento and is 18, kind of on the precipice of going off to college. It's about her experiences kind of going through Catholic school and musical theater classes and which friends she wants to keep and which schools she wants to go to. And ultimately it is a tale about also all that, but also her relationship with her mother.
Right.
It's very interesting because it's a period piece in a way, but a very modern period piece. It's specifically set in the year 2002, which makes it incredibly of a very specific time. So there are cell phones, but no one's really using them. There's like
the war in Iraq is just getting
started. Constant Iraq war footage on the TV. It's such an interesting piece of stuff that we lived through. Right. I was talking to Malia about this the other day. It's like it's such an interesting perspective because we're getting so close now for people directing and writing movies that are from our generation.
Yes.
Greta Gerwig's 35, so she's 35, so she's about like 6 or so years above us. But we're getting so close. We're like now we're seeing some of our own shared experiences on the screen now, and it's kind of a cool moment. And it's just going to get closer and closer. It's
when that new kid gets the iPod.
Right.
And everyone's like, ooh.
Yeah, it's like a big deal.
Yes.
But yeah, it's a very... my thoughts are up on the site. I do a better job of explaining my thoughts about it on the website, so check that out, mediaboatpodcast.com. I have my thoughts up there. I really enjoyed it for a lot of reasons. She has a very good eye as a director, and I thought the script was way better than it needed to be.
Oh, yes.
I think it did a very good job of realistically depicting how teenagers talk, which is a problem with a lot of movies about teens, is that they either undershoot it or way overshoot it.
Right.
Like, that was always the critique about Diablo Cody's script for Juno. He was like, no teenager talks like this, which is technically true. Not saying that that's not a great script. I think that's still a great script.
Yeah.
But no one talks like Juno does.
No.
Whereas these teenagers talk reasonably. Like, there's that great moment, even though she has her moments where the main character, Lady Bird, or Christine, I think is her actual name.
Character name. Yeah.
Name.
Her actual name is, what is it,
I'm sorry, yes, the actress's name. We had to look this up. I totally forgot. Did you remember?
Say right.
There's a Shay in it.
Yeah.
That's all I remember. Shay. I don't remember. Anyways, I don't want to get it wrong. There's this moment where, like, there's a couple moments in the movie where she, like, she references things that other people in the room don't really understand, but she does it anyways.
Yes.
And one of them, or the reverse sometimes happens to her. There's that one bit where she's talking to the guy in the store, and he says something about wanting to get his hair to look like Jim Morrison, and she runs over to her brother and says, "Who's Jim Morrison again?" It's this great juxtaposition of this girl who knows more than she should, then also doesn't know enough.
Right.
It's just such a realistic depiction of a teenager.
Which is what a teenager should think, or how they should think. Which
exactly.
Is, they think they know everything. They think they know how the world works.
But she doesn't.
But they don't.
They don't.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a funny film. It's a film with a real heart.
Yes.
And it's a love letter to Sacramento.
Yes.
Definitely.
So I saw this movie today,
yeah.
and rarely do I walk out of a theater thinking there's nothing wrong with this movie.
Right. I couldn't think of anything either.
Yeah.
It's just, for a debut film for a director.
Yes.
Like, that's pretty impressive. And the fact that she has so much more to do now. Like, I was telling Malia another thing is, like, yeah, this is going to be limited release, but the next thing she does is going to have a studio backing.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's how these things work. That's how it worked with Cody.
Well, it's also how A24 works.
Well, yeah, also, that's how A24 works. But yeah, so yeah, you liked it too.
Oh yeah, I liked it too. Yeah, like I said, well, like you said, it's a really great depiction of growing up, basically as a teenager in any situation.
Yeah.
How you're constantly fighting with your parents, trying to find who you are as a person, and trying to decide like who your friends are.
And it addresses so much in those relationships too,
right,
that it doesn't necessarily need to blow up. Like the whole bit with the mom, a lot of the tension between the mom and the daughter is about like this tension between the class that her classmates are in, and I mean class like social class,
right,
that her classmates are in at the Catholic school, and the actual money that her and her father makes.
Right.
And there's this weird tension. The movie never explicitly says we're poor. It doesn't need to, because you get that from the interactions.
Right.
There's one of the reasons why there's tension between the mother and the daughter is because of that. The daughter wants to have this life that the mother doesn't think is feasible. And the father just lost his job, so he can't support that life either. The brother is kind of, he's working at a coffee shop and a grocery store.
I like the fact that the brother graduated from Cal.
Yeah.
And had this whole, like, laissez-faire attitude about him.
Yeah.
I thought that was great.
There's little bits of, I mean, obviously we're from Southern California,
yes,
but bits of local Californian stuff was very, very cool to see.
Right.
And just like, I don't know, there's just so much to say about this thing.
Yeah, and the fact also with this thing is that it's a time capsule of sorts.
Yeah, it is.
It's definitely in its own time, in its own world. It basically takes place throughout a year, per se, time stands, but everything that happens so fast and precise that you're still able to get a sense of everything that's going on and everything that they're trying to convey.
Yeah.
Without it being dragged on or trying to, like, being overblown. Which is great. Yeah. It holds great restraint. And I loved about it. Yeah,
you never stop to think about, wait, when is this? Because it does such a good job of like, no, this is the next day. Or, at a certain point later in the movie, this is the next month. We're already in New Year's.
Yes.
We're just blasting through the holidays because this is the point. We're trying to
because,
show you that things are going faster.
Right. Also that, nothing really happened, so let's just get straight to the big parts.
Yeah. Let's skip to when things happen because
yes.
at this point we need to. And it doesn't need to even explain kind of what happens at the end because you should be able to basically connect the dots through the movie and be like, okay, she ended up X at Y place.
And it came with Z revelation.
Yeah, it's like we don't want to spoil too much. Not really. This kind of movie is not really bent on spoilers.
No.
But it really does. It works better if I don't explain any of that.
Yes.
So yeah, I definitely recommend seeking this out. It's in semi-limited release now. I think it's in wider than you think release is what I usually call it. Yeah. Because it's like limited where you might actually have it by you. So check your local listings. I'm sure you'll see this somewhere in like one of the larger multiplexes near you. So go check it out if it's playing near you.
Yeah, definitely check it out. It could be, definitely will be, could be in the...
I could see a screenplay nod and nothing else.
Yeah.
It's unfortunately one of those movies where it's like, I don't think it's going to get any sort of praise for anything except for possibly writing. I think if Greta Gerwig gets nominated, I think she should win.
Well, let's hold your horses there.
Okay.
Because we've got some news to go through.
All right.
First one being about Lady Bird.
Yeah.
This thing now holds the record for Rotten Tomatoes 100% score.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yes. So the previous record holder, do you know?
I don't know.
It's Toy Story 2.
That doesn't surprise me though.
Which earned 163 100% reviews.
Sorry. That was so creepy.
Oh, Michael Kors.
Freaking Michael Kors is just back there creeping on this girl.
Yep.
Sorry. Go on.
163 positive reviews, giving it 100%.
That's a lot.
Yes. Lady Bird currently has over 164. 100% positive reviews.
That's all it needed to beat that record.
Yes. Well, it has more than that, but it doesn't need more than that.
Yeah, you beat it.
Yes, so it currently holds the record for the best reviewed movie.
Yes, because we all remember Best Picture winner Toy Story 2. No, I don't think I follow your logic here. I don't think that means it's going to get any sort of other special critical award acclaim this year, unfortunately.
Well, that being said, it's being considered an Oscar frontrunner because of it.
Yeah, that's good.
But it will face competition not only against Jordan Peele's Get Out.
Get Out, yeah. But we'll also probably get a screenplay nod.
But also Steven Spielberg's The Post, which is garnering rave reviews, and AFI had just named it 2017 Movie of the Year.
What? But no one's seen it!
They have.
Well, fine.
But yeah.
Well, that remains to be seen.
Well, that movie is going to be seen. But yeah, those are the top 3 movies right now running in the early lead for Best Picture.
Really?
I'll
be shocked.
Oh, sorry. There's a 4th one, but that leads me into my second story here.
All right.
The Gotham Awards.
Yes.
You remember all about the independent movies?
Right.
So those awards just happened, and we have winners.
Okay.
The big winner, best picture or the best film, independent film, is none other than. Oh, sorry, dead air.
You have to be more specific.
Yeah, it is "Call Me by Your Name."
Okay, I don't know what that is.
It was in a preview before Lady Bird.
Okay, I don't remember.
It looks like about a coming of age story, and then also about being possibly homosexual. Maybe not.
Maybe we got different previews because I definitely did not see this.
Okay.
No, not all previews are the same.
All previews are treated the same way. But anyways, Call Me by Your Name won Best Feature Film.
Okay.
Jordan Peele won for Best Screenplay.
Yeah.
And the Best Director for Get Out. Previous top winners include Moonlight, Spotlight, and Birdman.
Okay.
All three.
2 of the 3 of those are good movies.
All 3 went on to win Best Picture.
Yeah. 2 out of 3 of those earned it.
Name one of these things not like the other.
I feel like our answers are different.
Oh yeah, they are.
I could not care less about frickin' Birdman.
I could not care less about Moonlight.
Screw Birdman. Okay, moving on.
All right. Then the actors.
I'm glad we're both on this podcast.
Yes.
We cancel each other out.
Yep. Also, in terms of actors, Saoirse Ronan won.
That's not how you say her name.
Saoirse Ronan. Shay No More Ronan.
I don't remember what it is.
This has got to be a skit on SNL.
No, they're not even going to touch that.
Oh, they will.
Anyways,
Miss
Ronan.
Yes, she Miss Ladybird won.
Miss Ladybird
won for Best Actress.
Good.
And surprising.
You know what? I could see her nominated now that you say that.
And surprisingly, James Franco won for Best Actor for
Really?
The Disaster Artist.
That makes me just want to see that movie more now.
I know, right?
What does he do? That sounds great.
Well, yeah. So, yeah, those are your top winners.
Well, yeah, this will be a very, very interesting year because I feel like there isn't that much. I feel like we had this discussion last year too, where it was just taking so long for award season to get gears that we were like, it was barely December, like it is kind of now, almost December, and we're just like, we still have no idea who the front runners are.
Well, here's your top 5 that I see.
It's Get Out. It's
probably Lady Bird.
I don't know. I feel like it's too soon.
Okay,
we'll see.
Put in Lady Bird. Put in The Post because Spielberg.
Post, sure.
Put in Dunkirk.
Dunkirk, I feel like came and went though.
It did.
I don't know if it has a chance outside of direction.
We'll see.
And effects. That thing will run the effects category.
It should run the effects category.
That's your sound winner for the year.
Or Star Wars.
No, it'll be Star Wars and sound. It'll be Star Wars and sound.
Yeah, so
that's my prediction. Way too early prediction.
Yeah, and then
yeah, that's it. I don't even know. Like, what else came out this year that's even close?
Baby Driver.
I think that in a pre-Kevin Spacey thing, I would have been yes, Baby Driver. But now it's kind of a big question mark,
right?
Because I think hopefully what I want to see is director. I want to see a director nod.
For Edgar Wright?
For Edgar Wright. I think that would be a good, we're not just giving this to you for this movie, we're giving it to this for all of your movies to this point kind of award. I could see that in doing that. Because he earned it for this one.
Oh, yeah.
And maybe sound editing?
Definitely
Sorry,
mixing.
Stunts. Sound mixing.
I'd like to give it for stunts.
Yeah, that was a category, but it's not.
Yeah, it's not.
But other than that, though, I think Baby Driver... I mean, maybe screenplay, but
it's an original screenplay.
Yeah,
which is great because
it would be competing though with Get Out and Lady Bird. Which would be
hi Doctor.
Really, really
which is
tough
weird because
competition.
I'm trying to compile my list for top movies of the year.
It's tough,
and they may all be original movies,
which is great, right? I mean, I will probably say the same thing.
I may just have Star Wars in there because from what I've heard,
but yeah. If Star Wars is good, it'll be on my list too.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, there's one that will be on my top 5 movies that is not necessarily an original work. And that's Wonder Woman.
It's Wonder Woman?
Yeah.
Okay.
But the other 3...
Oh, yeah, because that came out earlier this year, so did Logan.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a good year for movies.
It was
You had a lot of studio...
It's just not a great year for Oscar movies.
Yeah.
It's a great year for movies.
Yeah.
There were so many of them and so many different ones.
But speaking of year for good movies and of comic book movies...
Okay.
Marvel...
Let's get it back on track. We talked about that for a long time.
Yeah. Marvel unleashed the first trailer for Avengers Infinity War today.
So my coworkers were talking about this.
I've watched this thing.
It looked cool, but they were making fun of the way Thanos looked.
Because he doesn't have his helmet. One, he doesn't have his helmet, and two, he just looks like a big, purple guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because he's unarmored.
Yeah.
It's just Tim unarmored. I mean...
Does he look like a penis?
No.
Does he look like an upside-down penis?
He looks like a California raisin.
Wait. Does he... Wait.
Like
an actual raisin or the California raisins?
Like the California raisin if he was trained by the Governator.
So Arnold Schwarzenegger in the California raisins.
Yes.
This fall.
Yes. This May.
This summer.
Summer release.
I would watch that. That'd be a dumb movie.
It would be. But
weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, first trailer dropped and it looks good. Definitely a lot of they did a good job of highlighting all the heroes, highlighting Thanos, and also highlighting the Infinity Gauntlet. Expect more for this thing. Expect bigger things to come. And as we get closer to May 3rd. No, May 4th. It's a May 4th release, but I'm seeing it on May 3rd.
May the 4th be with this movie.
Well, yeah, because that's the Friday. Also, that date, May 4th, 2018, also marks the 10-year anniversary of when Iron Man first came out.
Right, so 10-year of the Marvel
Cinematic Universe.
The MCU.
Yes. The official MCU.
Right. The Marvel Studios.
Yes.
MCU. Cool.
Yep. Yeah, so that marks the 10th anniversary for that. And
cool.
Yeah. 5 years. Yeah, it'll be 5 years since the first Avengers. So look forward to that.
All right.
And speaking of Disney.
What else?
Well, one final piece of Disney news here.
Okay.
We have casting confirmation.
For?
Mulan.
Oh, live action Mulan.
Live action Mulan.
Just a bunch of Szechuan sauce, right? Just walking around.
No, that's the river.
Just full of Szechuan sauce.
Yes.
Sorry. Who's in Mulan?
Mulan will be played by Chinese actress
Hey!
Liu Yifei.
Okay.
AKA Crystal Liu.
I feel like you're not pronouncing any of this right.
Probably. Sure. AKA Crystal Liu. She is set to star in the lead role.
That's when you go to the bathroom and it's all diamonds. Crystal Liu. Sorry. Go on.
Yes. She is set to star in the live action adaptation of Mulan as Mulan. So the casting team. Yes. Mulan has Feng Shui.
Yes, that's Mushu, weirdly enough. Sorry.
Because she is the lead of that thing.
Yes.
So the casting team visited 5 continents and saw nearly 1,000 candidates for the role.
Damn.
Because it requires not only martial arts skill, but also English. You be able to speak English.
That's
and
key.
Have a star quality. She has been one of China's most popular actresses of the current generation since breaking out with a series of hit TV dramas while still being a teenager enrolled in the Beijing Film Academy. She's acted alongside Jackie Chan and Jet Li in 2008's The Forbidden Kingdom.
Okay.
And in 2014's Outcast, opposite Nicolas Cage and Hayden Christensen.
And Andre 3000. Sorry.
Yep. So, this ain't no newbie here.
Okay.
Which is good. And so...
Don't get distracted by Seal. R. Seal.
Yes.
I must have recovered from those wolves.
Yeah.
How'd you think I got the scars?
Anyways. So Nikki Caro, who directed The Zookeeper's Wife, will be directing the film. Slated 2019 release date. Nothing confirmed, but somewhere in 2019. Maybe late 2019. Then we got Lady Birds, which we already did. So let's move on.
Cool. All right.
So
moving on to
sports.
Our sports corner.
Yep. So if you were following the NCAA football, that is college football, you would know that everyone cheered as Alabama lost this weekend.
Yeah.
But in doing so...
Tide got rolled.
Yeah. Tide got rolled and war got eagled. But it also throws the college football playoffs into a bit of a flux.
Doesn't it?
Yes. Because top 4 teams go into the college football playoffs. with Alabama being knocked down to number 5, we don't know who's going to be 1 through 4 now. So, good luck. Most likely to be the winner of the... because this weekend is all of the conference championship games, it's basically to determine where everyone's going to be seated, and this upcoming Sunday is Bowl Day.
Right.
Where you all get your salads and your Super Bowls. And it's where all top 25 teams in college football get placed into their respective bowl games.
And so, like the Fiesta Bowl.
Yep.
With delicious chips.
Yep. And the Fight for Hunger Bowl.
The Tostitos.
Yes, Tito's Fiesta Bowl, the Kraft Fight for Hunger Bowl, the AT&T Cotton Bowl,
I feel like all the sponsors we're saying
Rose
right
Bowl.
now are all incorrect now, but yes. Those are all different sponsors now, but yes.
Yes.
The bowls remain the same.
They're all fine for the Dr. Pepper Capital One Bowl.
Wait, what?
The Capital One Bowl presented by Dr. Pepper.
That's confusing.
Or Dr. Pepper Championship game presented by Capital One.
Dr. Pepper?
Dr. Pepper.
It's one of my always favorite things is when they're like, the Toyota halftime show brought to you by Toyota. In case you didn't get that the first time.
No, because always the Bridgestone halftime show presented by Pepsi.
Pepsi and Bridgestone. So dumb.
Yep.
Anyways,
so get your college football on this upcoming weekend as cheer on your own team or not.
Cheer on your own team.
Cheer on your own team. My team's out. Speaking of my team being out, this is also the last week for your regular season fantasy football teams.
Yep.
I had a chance last week to still be in the hunt until the Saints decided to play Kamara instead of Ingram, and I got...
Yeah, it wasn't good. It was not
good. It wasn't good for me. So I'm officially out of both my fantasy leagues. But I can still win the coveted toilet bowl.
You could.
Yes, if I do win, that's a $25 prize.
So for those of us who have completely dropped off the season, who are the teams who will likely clinch?
Not the Giants.
Okay, that's not what I asked. Who are the ones? Who are the teams to watch?
The teams?
In their respective divisions.
Most likely be in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Let's see. We have Steelers, Patriots, Rams.
Right.
Which are top in their division.
Yeah.
Saints are at the top of their division. And... And I think the Eagles. My bad. Yeah.
Eagles.
The Eagles are on the top.
Right, because don't the Eagles have like the best record in football right now?
Yeah.
Which is insane.
Yeah. So those are 5 of the 12 teams.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. These playoffs
that's just
will be
off the top of my head
interesting
too.
to see because.
Well, we're getting to the last month, so this is the final 4 or 5 games, the final push to make the playoffs.
Cool. All right, cool. Moving on. Television news.
Yep. Oh, and lastly, in sports, we must bid a farewell to Ellie.
Eli, yeah, I saw on a TV in my office lobby today.
Yes.
That Eli is being put aside for the time being.
Yes. Yes. Ellie Manning will not be starting this Sunday, thus breaking his streak of consecutive starts at 210.
Right.
I believe that is the current record. I think.
Right.
Steelers. Doctor will tell me in a bit here.
Yeah.
What the record is. But yeah, 210 consecutive starts.
That's a lot.
That's impressive.
So he will be breaking that though. And why are they taking him out? Because of performance or
he has
concern?
He hasn't been performing well, and he's also took the option to step down himself.
Right.
Saying that why start a game if I know I'm not going to be the one finishing it.
It's kind of sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they could have put him in, starting quarterback, like for the first quarter or half or series.
Yeah.
And then put in Geno Smith afterwards to keep the streak alive.
He's basically just like, at this point,
At this point,
let's Gino play.
Yeah, he started every game since 2004. He's essentially benching himself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically he's just saying why played the game.
Yeah.
And why continue the record if there's gonna be like you never finished like these games.
Yeah.
So like it doesn't really count. So it's like an unofficial game.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Moving on to actual TV.
Actual television news.
January 1st is fast approaching.
Okay.
The Rose Parade.
Yeah.
Will be brought to you by every major network television.
It sure will.
Yep. Including Amazon.
What? That's not a major network.
They're trying to be.
Major network.
Major network. But yeah, Amazon will be broadcasting the Rose Parade, streaming on their.
This is smart.
On Amazon.
This is really smart because there's a handful of things that you can only get on network television, and that's one of them. Is stuff like parades and specials and stuff like that. There's some things you can only still get on network TV. And so this is smart for Amazon taking something that's traditionally network only and giving it to streaming people.
Well, here's the thing that they can do this because under some written bylaw, no one person can no one network has the sole broadcasting rights for the Rose Parade.
No one network can have all that power.
Yes. So that's why all the networks run it. Except for Channel 5, which runs it consistently all day.
They have nothing else to show.
But yeah, so so Amazon will be doing a live broadcast of the Rose Parade, and they got two news anchors to cover it for them: Cord Horsenbeck and Tish Gadigan.
Were those words?
Those were words
that you just said?
Yes. Cord Hornbeck and Tish Gadigan.
Okay.
They'll be covering the parade for Amazon. Now, if you don't know who these people are, you maybe know them by their other names.
Wait a minute. I think I saw an ad for this. This is the Funny or Die thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's not actually... Alright. Come on, come clean. This is not actually a... Just, okay. Do the reveal. Okay, so
these will be characters.
Yeah.
These are actually characters played by top-notch comedians. Will Ferrell, who will be playing Cord Horsenbeck, and Molly Shannon, who will be playing Tish Gadigan.
Right.
They will host a live broadcast for the streaming platform. It will be a combination of scripted comedy with improvisation during the morning's broadcast live on Monday, January 1st, 2018 at 8 a.m. Pacific time.
So yeah, if you want to get up super early in the morning, I guess this is the way to watch the parade. If you want to watch something dumb.
Well, it's 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah. So if you want to watch the Rose Parade with a bit of comedy twist to it,
yeah,
a comedic twist,
could be all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Moving on. Next to this man.
Yeah, another one bites dust.
So like I said, normally we won't be reporting on this, but because he is a prominent news anchor on the Today Show, lasting for the past 15-something years. I want to say 15, maybe 20 years.
It's been longer, I feel. Yeah.
20 years-ish?
Something.
Yeah. Matt Lauer has been let go by NBC.
Yep.
He's been fired after an employee filed complaints about inappropriate sexual behavior in the workplace. However, the Today Show colleagues knew that multiple news outlets were investigating Lauer's off-camera conduct, like the New York Times. So they were not surprised when this happened.
Yeah.
Matt Lauer was accepting of the decision and expressed remorse. The inappropriate behavior occurred while Lauer was in Russia covering the Winter Olympics in 2014.
Great. Okay.
At least that's the one we know about. or the one they were investigating.
Exactly. Oh, yep. I mean, we don't really need to dwell on this. It's the same thing we've said the last billion weeks.
I know. So I feel like I'm going to come to a list at the end of the year of the top 5.
We're not going to do that. No.
The Weinstein list, top 5.
I'm vetoing that idea right away. We don't need to talk about it like that. We don't need to commodify it into a list.
All right, we're going to bracket it and then determine who's the worst one.
He lost his job, and I'm glad because don't do that stuff. Don't do that crap. It shouldn't happen.
All right.
Done.
Moving on. Speaking of don't doing this crap.
Okay.
That is former Glee star Naya Rivera.
Okay.
She was arrested and charged with a misdemeanor domestic battery after alleged altercation with her husband, Ryan Dorsey.
Huh.
According to authorities, a domestic violence complaint led deputies to responding and finding Dorsey with minor injuries to the head and face. The couple had filed for divorce 2 months ago before they called it off, saying that they would work it out. And then this happens.
Yeesh. Okay. Well, also, don't do that crap.
Yeah.
Don't hit each other.
Yep.
Domestic abuse is a problem.
On both sides.
Everybody, just be safe. Make sure you're treating everybody with respect. Don't punch your significant other unless they're a Nazi. Moving on. Moving on.
All right, and moving on to our final story of the news. Netflix,
as always.
Yeah. So Netflix is getting a new show.
It wouldn't be the Media Boat podcast if we didn't talk about Netflix.
Yep. So they're getting a new show.
Wait. Is this the 100th time we talked about Netflix? Seeing as we've probably talked about it on every single episode of this podcast?
There's been some episodes where we haven't talked about this.
I find that extremely hard to believe.
It's very rare that we don't talk about something doing with or about Netflix.
Netflix always comes up.
Yes.
This has to be the 100th time we've talked about
Maybe.
Netflix.
They are... Well, same thing with, like, Disney in general. Like...
Yeah.
They're
probably talked about Disney 100 times at least. Yeah. Okay, sorry. Anyways, Netflix is getting a new show.
Yes. Netflix is heading into an underground sex therapy clinic.
What?
With its latest series, Sex Education.
Okay.
This is the coming of awkward age dramedy created by Laurie Nunn.
Wait a minute, is this just the sequel to Big Mouth?
No. This is the live action version of Big Mouth.
Let's know.
This tells the story...
Wait, that wouldn't work.
This tells the story of Otis Thompson,
okay.
A socially awkward high school virgin.
So it's the sequel to Big Mouth.
Who lives with his sex therapist mother.
What?
He teams up with his whip-smart bad girl.
Wait. Stop for a second. Sex therapist is describing the mother? Or did you say sex therapist's mother?
The mother is a sex therapist.
Thank you. Okay. That's way less weird.
So he teams up with Maeve to set up a clinic to deal with their fellow students' weird and wonderful problems.
Okay.
It is the first Netflix order for 11 films, the Channel 4 backed production company, and it will begin production in spring of 2018 with a launch sometime in 2019.
So Channel 4, this is a British production.
It's a British production.
Got it.
Probably going to air on British Netflix.
Yeah, before it comes here.
But
it'll come here.
Eventually.
We seem to be getting a lot of the international English language stuff.
Yeah.
So we'll probably get that.
Yeah, we'll probably
if we get the freaking British Bake Off, we're going to get that.
Yeah, we do. All right. All right, that brings us to our cancellations and renewals.
Does. Cancellation renewals.
Yep. So, one of your favorite shows got renewed.
Yay! Which one?
Mystery Science Theater 3000.
I heard about this. Season 12 in the can.
Yep. Season 12 on Netflix, or Season 2.
The second Netflix season, but Season 12 of the show proper. Yes.
Which is great, because this thing originally started as a GoFundMe, or...
Kickstarter.
Kickstarter, yeah.
Great, yeah, that's great news. I'm glad that they picked it up. I was not surprised that they did, considering how popular the reboot was, and how critically popular it was as well. The fans even love it, and those fans are fickle, let me tell you. So, I mean, my dad ended up coming around on it.
You like to surprise Patton Oswalt?
Well, I mean, it wasn't really much of a surprise.
No, we knew it was coming.
A rare non-surprise.
Yes.
Patton Oswalt. But yeah, it was great. And so I'm glad they're making more of it. Okay, cool. What else?
Okay, moving on to... what else we have? we have Wisdom of the Crowd. You know that Jeremy Piven show?
Oh, right, that thing.
That thing got canceled.
Yeah, it did.
Well, we don't know if it got canceled or not.
Oh.
Currently, it is sitting at 13 episodes, and CBS has not ordered more, but they also haven't officially canceled it yet.
Weird. Okay. So you're just waiting it out.
Yeah.
Seeing how the ratings go.
And seeing how Jeremy Piven reacts to all this stuff.
I don't think
Jeremy Piven people react to Jeremy Piven.
Jerry, is that your new YouTube channel? People react to Jeremy Piven?
Yes. Next, we have Man with a Plan on CBS. It's a full second season, 21 episodes.
Okay.
As well as Superior Donuts gets 21 episodes as well.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Someone, somewhere, is watching Superior Donuts.
It's the most watched network.
Okay, wait a minute. So they have Jennifer Nettles singing, and the guy from Sugarland is behind her, but they're not billing them as Sugarland. They're just billing her, Jennifer Nettles.
Yes.
This is weird. Sorry. Go on.
Okay. Now we have our people who died.
Okay.
First is Mitch Margot, age 70, singer-songwriter of The Tokens. We also have Wesley L. Fox, age 86, was a Marine colonel and Medal of Honor recipient in 1971. We have Julio Oscar Mechoso, age 62, actor in Planet Terror, Jurassic Park 3, and Bad Boys. We also have Robert Popwell, age 70, was a bass guitarist.
Bass guitar.
Bass guitarist.
So he played with Fish?
Yep, in The Young Rascals and The Crusaders.
Okay.
We also have Bud Moore, age 92, NASCAR Hall of Fame team owner. And finally, Rance Howard, age 89, actor in Apollo 13, Ed Wood, and Frost Nixon.
Yeah.
And if that last name sounds familiar, yes, Rance Howard is the father of Clint Howard and Ron Howard.
Ron Howard's dad.
And grandfather to Bryce Dallas Howard and Paige Howard.
Right. Okay.
Yep.
Is that it?
That's it.
Before we exit television then, a real brief thing. I forgot. I would have brought this up before the desk, but I had forgotten. Melina and I checked out the first episode of The Marvelous Miss Maisel, the new Amazon show. I don't know if you've heard about this.
I've seen a poster for it, but I can't tell you what that thing is about.
So it's the new Amy Sherman Palladino show.
I know who that is.
If that name sounds familiar, is the writer and creator responsible for Gilmore Girls and later Bunheads, if anybody remembers Bunheads. But yeah, this is her new gig on Amazon. It's her first show on a streaming network, so it's her first show without the limits of television, and she fully takes advantage of that. It is very much an adult show. So it's kind of an adult twist on her usual writing style, although it is exactly what you think it is. Like, if I was telling Malia while we were halfway through it, I was like, if I didn't know this was a Palladino show, I would have figured it out halfway through. Because the dialogue is written in the same kind of snappy pace, yeah. Same kind of random references, except this one is a period piece.
Okay.
It takes place in the early 1950s. It is about a housewife whose husband walks out on her, and she decides to, or more likely happens into, a burgeoning career as a comedian, as a stand-up comedian. And so that's the setup for the show, is basically she's training to be a comedian because she's actually the funny one, as opposed to the husband who was trying to be a comedian and was just stealing people's bits. It seems promising so far. It's not perfect. There were a couple of real stinkers in there, joke-wise. But overall, it's directed well. It's most of the gags hit, and if you like Palladino stuff, check this out. So if you have Amazon, give that a looky-loo. It's all up there. Season 1's up there right now. Okay. Now we can move on to music.
To music.
And
the Billboard.
And the Billboard list right here. First, your Hot 100, your singles list. Rockstar by Post Malone featuring 21 Savage is still your number one song. Number 2, though, Havana by Camila Cabello featuring Young Thug, new to the top 5. Number 3, Gucci Gang, Little Pump. Number 4, Thunder by Imagine Dragons. And 5, moving up into the top 5, It was a little lower before. Perfect by Ed Sheeran, the new Ed Sheeran single.
Perfect.
Moving on to your albums list, Reputation by Taylor Swift, still
number one.
Your number one album. I told you it would stick around because it's the only one that's actually sold this year. Number 2, though, debuting at number 2, and just barely, I'm sure, missing that top spot. The Rest of Our Life, Tim McGraw and Faith Hill, their second duets album.
Yes.
After 10 years from the last one. Debuts at number 2, so strong debut from that. Number 3, Thrill of It All by Sam Smith moves down. Number 4, speaking of country music legends, Garth Brooks with the Anthology, Part 1, The First 5 Years.
That Garth Brooks also has a channel on Sirius.
Yeah, no surprise there.
Yep.
And rounding out the top 5, it's that time of year again.
Oh no.
We did this last year.
Oh no.
And it's going to happen again.
Oh.
A Pentatonic's Christmas is your number 5 album, and it will not go away.
Was that the 2014 album?
I believe that thing is 2 years old. Like, at least, if not 3.
Yeah.
So, yeah. The thing's ancient, but it's still up there because people, for some inexplicable reason, love Pentatonics.
Tis the season, I guess.
Christmas time. I mean,
they only appear at Christmas time.
I would swap that with a Very Casey Christmas. Moving on. It's my personal Christmas.
They updated it.
They did.
They're doing an update to the commercials.
This is so weird. Go on. Keep going. We're getting distracted.
You know they ran that same commercial for 21 years?
I know. We're getting distracted.
That one and the Kisses Jingle Bells thing is the 2 longest running commercials like ever.
Yep,
I swear.
We have to.
All right, moving on to the Grammys.
Yeah, the Grammy nominations happened, and oh my god, I think one of the...
new releases.
Oh, right. Let's do that real quick.
Yeah, Andy Grammer, The Good Parts.
Okay.
Chief Keef, The Dedication.
Right.
Chris Stapleton releases Volume 2 from a Room. Miguel, War and Leisure. Neil Young and Promise of the Real, The Visitors. Roy Woods with Say Less. The Faceless. Id, Becoming a Ghost.
Okay.
Van Morrison with Versatile. And U2, Songs of Experience. U2 will be your musical guest this weekend on SNL.
Like it or not.
Yep. So, Grammys.
Right, so...
They're old.
This is actually a big shocker with the major categories this year. For reasons I'll get to in a second, but
there's no Linkin Park.
No. The way I'll put it real briefly is one of the music blogs I follow put it as the following. Right when I thought I was out, they dragged me back in. Because if you recall, last year's Grammys was just even the nominations was just like, oh my god, I don't care. I don't care. You can roll back the tape.
It was Beyonce.
Last year, we were talking... No, that was the year before. Last year was frickin' Ed Sheeran frickin' rolling over everybody. Remember that disaster of a year?
Was it?
Yes, no one cared.
Wow.
It was really bad.
Okay.
But this year, the Album of the Year category by itself is a testament to how stuff has changed in a year. There are no white men in this category. It happened. It happened.
It finally happened.
We did it. You know where they all are, though? In the alternative album category. Every single one of those people is a white man.
Yep.
Well, no. I'm being generous. Arcade Fire does have women in it. But that being said...
Yeah. All right, that being said, your records of the year...
Well... or albums of the year. Record of the year is a different category.
No, yeah, record of the year.
Oh, you want to do record of the year first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or you want to go reverse?
One of the confusing things about the Grammys is that there is both a record of the year and a song of the year.
So there's record of the year, song of the year, and album of the year.
Record of the year goes to producer of a single.
Right.
Song of the year goes to writer of a single.
Yes.
Album of the year goes to an album for the artist. So that's how to designate them.
Right. So then let's start with...
Although, yes, the artist also technically wins the other 2 awards.
Yeah. So what do you want to start with? Record, song, or album?
I mean, personally, I think album matters more, but I think record of the year is the one that is actually the prestige prize.
Okay. So, album of the year. We have Awaken My Love. Childish Gambino.
That's the out there pick. out of all of these nominations.
Yes.
This is the one that doesn't really fit. I think almost partially because of how high profile freaking Donald Glover is right now. I think that this is almost kind of a gimme.
Yeah.
I don't think he earned this, but you can't really get mad at Donald Glover.
Well, if he wins this, he's just one
Yeah. He just needs the T.
No.
Right? Does he not have an Emmy?
No, he doesn't have an Oscar.
He doesn't have an Oscar?
No.
No, I guess not.
No, he's just one Oscar shy of... He has an Emmy.
He doesn't have a Tony.
Tony. I don't think he has Tony then.
No.
He has a Peabody.
He would be halfway to an EGOT.
Yeah, he's halfway to the EGOT then.
If he wins.
Yeah.
Anyways,
yeah. So,
what else?
We have 444 by Jay-Z.
Yeah.
We have Damn!
Yes.
Kendrick Lamar. Melodrama from Lord.
Yeah.
Which is...
Surprise too.
Yeah. And 24 Karat Magic.
Okay, before we move on, what do you think? Prediction? Well, what would you like to win, and then what do you think is going to win that category?
Let's see here. I'd like to see Jay-Z win.
Really?
Yeah.
But who do you think is going to win then?
Bruno Mars.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, Bruno Mars is kind of the universal pick.
He's the universal popular.
He's the safe one.
Yeah.
However, I saw a take on the internet that I'm kind of like, once I read, I was like, okay, they're probably right. They will probably give it to Jay-Z because it's kind of a career award as opposed to a album award. That's my prediction for what they will do. However, I think the best album on this list is Lord's.
Right. Well, this.
I think that Melodrama is the real answer, but no way is she going to win.
Right. Well, I think this is Jay-Z's first album since The Blueprint 3.
That's been nominated.
Right.
For a Grammy.
That's been nominated. Right. Well, he did the dual album, Watch the Throne.
Watch the Throne was not up for album.
But it was an album.
Yes. Because that's the thing that Kanye's all built out of shape with, is that he's never gotten an Album of the Year nom.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it's... Anyways. But yeah, I think this could very well be Jay-Z's year, unless what you're saying, the safe pick of Bruno Mars wins, because yeah, I could easily see that happening.
Right.
That'd be an Ed Sheeran style upset win like last year.
Right. I think for most people, Bruno Mars' album is the safer bet, the safer play.
It is, but they also introduced new online voting this year, which means a younger voting set hopefully is getting involved.
And anyone can vote.
So yeah,
you could be looking at Lord.
Who knows? Yeah, that's the crazy thing, is that actually I wouldn't mean. That's the thing about this year, is that if any of these won, it'd be okay.
Right.
I'm not mad at any of these nominations for album.
All right. Yeah. Moving on. For Song of the Year.
Yeah.
We have Despacito. 444.
Because it was everywhere.
Issues. 1-800-273-8255. And That's What I Like.
This is a tough one. Because even though it was number one for like forever, I don't know that many people who are thinking about the critical nature of Despacito.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've heard anyone this year, all year, calendar year 2017, saying, you know what's a good song? Despacito. No, it's something that just was air that we breathed in the summer. It was not something that people wanted to hear. It was just there.
It's there.
So I don't know if that will win.
Yeah.
So I don't know this one. This one's tough.
For me, I'm going to go with Bruno Mars. That's What I Like.
That's a safe pick.
It's a safe pick because that's also what I like.
That's what you like?
It is what I like.
Is what I like?
Yeah, Bruno Mars is That's What I Like.
I'll probably go with you because it's the easiest one.
Yeah. I mean, you could do other stuff. I mean...
I just don't think
if you want to go in the Jay-Z route and do 444,
I haven't heard it. I don't even know what that song sounds like.
Right.
I don't know. And yeah, I don't think the other ones singles on this list are strong enough. Right. Okay, go into record then.
All right, record of the year: Redbone, Childish Gambino; Despacito, Louis Fonsi; The Story of O.J., Jay-Z;
the other Jay-Z song;
Humble, Kendrick Lamar;
yeah. And
24 Karat Magic, Bruno Mars.
This better be Humble.
It has
but
to
I don't
be
think it's going to be, but I think it should be.
Yeah.
That was also something that not only was critically acclaimed, but also, for some crazy reason, actually got a lot of radio play.
Yeah.
It was number one this year.
You know what I like about Humble?
Yeah.
that it was already done by The Lonely Island.
That's a different novel.
It's a different novel?
Anyways, it's a very different novel. Okay, moving on. There's a bunch of other...
Oh, yeah.
We're not going to go through all
we can't.
Stuff. Well, eventually, down the line, when we get closer to awards night, I will actually do a thing for the site like I did with the Emmys.
Yep.
I'll do predictions, both full list for you.
Yep, so, we'll both give you our full breakdowns of what we think should win.
So yeah, look forward to that on MediaBoatPodcast.com. Let's move on.
So speaking of 24 Karat Magic...
As we always are.
And Bruno Mars. Bruno Mars. That's what I like. Him being in our newsfeed.
What about
him? He's doing something I like.
Okay.
He's donated $1 million to those affected by the Flint water crisis.
Great.
More than 100,000 residents of the Michigan city are thought to have been exposed to the water with high levels of lead from the 2014 news cycle. God, that's only been 3 years ago. And
it still isn't resolved.
Nope.
Good job.
Funds from the sold-out concert in Auburn Hills, which is in a Detroit suburb, were sent to the Community Foundation of Greater Flint, which aims to help with immediate issues stemming from the water crisis, as well as future needs of the children in the city. So Bruno Mars doing good things.
Yeah.
Good job, Bruno Mars.
Yeah, good job. I like when people put their money where their
talent is,
or something.
Where it's needed.
I like where it's needed. Exactly. Yes. When you can give and you do give.
Oh, then you must love this guy right here.
All right.
Chance the Rapper.
He's Mr. Giver, man. Yeah, he's never not giving to something.
Yep. Guess what he's giving to this time?
Oh, I don't know. Chicago Public Schools. That was last time, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, what's this time?
Still schools.
Okay.
This will be teachers, though.
Cool.
He now has a new way to show support for America's educators and the education system by announcing a brand new award show, the Twilight Awards.
Okay.
Not about the books.
No?
No.
It's not just best vampire goes to vampire guy?
Nope.
Get his name. Edward.
Edward. Nope. These awards are said to recognize teachers, parents, principals, and students that convey leadership in and around the Chicago area school district.
Okay.
The event will feature plenty of guest performances as Chance the Rapper calls in favors.
Of course.
And a big one being that it will be hosted by James Corden.
Weird.
Yeah.
Weird choice.
It is.
Weird choice, Chance. I don't know.
For a host?
Yeah. Could have done better than that. At least get Seth Meyers. Anyways,
that's happening.
Okay.
Chance the Rapper doing good stuff.
Yeah.
And lastly, Doctor, pay attention.
Uh-oh.
The Eagles.
The band.
The band, the Eagles.
Yes.
Will be going back on tour.
Huh.
So, you remember how in 2014, when Glenn Frey died,
right,
and Don Henley came out and said, "That's it. We're not doing any more tours.
Yeah,
we're done."
Yeah.
Well, time heals all wounds.
Well, not all.
No, not all wounds, but
careful.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, so are they going to add a member to their repertoire? Or
yes.
Okay.
They have announced a 2018 North American tour that will feature the same iteration of the band. So you'll have Don Henley, Joe Walsh, and Timothy B. Schmidt. Joining the band will be Vince Gill.
Oh.
And Deacon Frey.
Oh.
Glenn Frey's son.
Okay.
Yep.
Vince Gill, a legendary country artist.
Yep. Most notably, the band will be joined by several prominent performers.
Cool.
Including Jimmy Buffett at 4 of these shows.
I said cool too soon.
James Taylor at 2 of them.
Okay.
And country superstar Chris Stapleton.
This all checks out. This 100% all checks out.
Yep. Don Henley famously said that the band would end in
So Jimmy Buffett, James Taylor, and Chris Stapleton walk into a bar. Sorry.
Yep. So, Don Henley said that the band would end in 2016 following Glenn Frey's death, But he changed his mind. So far, the tour doesn't have any major cities on the West Coast. The closest one for us being Colorado, Denver.
Well, make a trip. Secret.
Christmas is coming up. Don't spoil things.
All right. Okay. All right. What else?
Let's see. Isn't he Glenn's son in the edition? Yes. It's Fry, not Frey. We're going to this, by the way.
She's already decided. This is happening.
It's Colorado. I mean, we were talking about going back to Colorado to visit some friends. So, yep. We're going to this. So, yeah. So, we're going to Jimmy Buffett and the Eagles. Doctor, I'll send you the link.
Together again for the first time.
Yeah, Doctor, I'll send you the link. All right, and moving on to our final bit of news here: video games. And EA.
Yeah. Well, this is kind of cleanup, I guess, from last week.
Oh yeah, this is cleanup.
Yeah.
Yep. So, Star Wars Battlefront 2 hit shelves, and
digital shelves.
Also
real shelves.
Yes, and also some gamer shelves because some people don't pay attention to these type of news, and they just say, "Ooh, Star Wars, just a new Star Wars game. I'm going to buy new Star Wars."
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. So sales for this have been actually not that good.
Surprise.
Yes. The first week of UK physical sales were down 61% compared with the first Star Wars Battlefront game. However, as a company, EA has decided to, quote, temporarily turn off microtransactions in the Star Wars Battlefront 2 as a response to the loot box backlash.
Right.
Also, as a result of this, EA stock went down. They lost $3 billion over the week.
Dang.
Now, $3 billion sounds like a lot, right?
It is a lot.
It is, except when you're talking about, like, hundreds of billions of dollars.
Well, yeah.
Because even though they lost $3 billion, EA shares are still up 39% from last year.
Yeah.
Because of anticipation of future profits stemming from microtransactions across all other EA games released, including, most importantly, their sports titles like Madden and FIFA.
Right.
So even though they did lose $3 billion in stock, they're still up from last year. And EA, as a company, is still just that.
Yeah.
A company.
I don't think anybody saw all this crazy things actually making a dent on EA.
No.
That was never in the never a question, because this company has so many other games that they're out there doing such gangbusters for them. That's not going to be a problem. The issue here is the public perception of now their Star Wars video games.
Right.
And also Star Wars as a brand. This actually doing badly reflects upon Star Wars as a whole. And we're in a Star Wars year. So that's bad if you're Disney.
Yes. There is an online petition for Disney to pull the Star Wars license. Whether they will do that or not.
No, I don't think will. I think EA is still a big player that they'll give them another chance.
Yeah.
This can't be good if you're Bob Iger, though.
No.
If you're Bob Iger sitting there, you're probably like, man, what are those idiots doing? We have a movie coming out.
Like we did report 2 weeks ago, Bob Iger literally got on the phone and called EA directly.
It's freaking great. Because it's like, why wouldn't you? Because like, this is a thing. If you're a prestige movie that you're basically banking on being the most popular thing in cinemas in 2017, is like, yeah, has a basic promotional material out that everybody agrees is bad. That's not a good look. So I don't know. It's got to be a weird time over at Disney right now.
Yep.
For all sorts of reasons, but that's one of them.
All right. Yep. All right. Moving on.
Yeah, but EA will always remain EA.
Yep.
Nothing's changing that.
Moving on. Animal Crossing.
Did you delete this yet? Are you still playing it?
I opened it twice over the week.
I deleted it because I knew I wasn't going to touch it again.
Like I said, that's twice over the course of the week. But game not be for me, but it's for a lot of people.
Yeah.
As this is Nintendo's second biggest mobile game to date.
Yeah.
Animal Crossing Pocket Camp has hit 15 million downloads in its first week, making it the second largest mobile game launch for Nintendo, behind Super Mario Run.
Yeah.
So far, there hasn't been any big announcements from Nintendo regarding these numbers, and there's nothing for them to really boast about.
They'll wait until there's some other milestone if it beats Mario Run or something.
Right.
My favorite thing to come out of this game this week. Did you see Chrissy Teigen's tweets? No.
I don't follow a Chrissy Teigen.
I don't either, but everyone I was following retweeted her. So she went on a tirade, like a rant on Twitter about how she doesn't like Animal Crossing Pocket Camp. And she went into incredible detail about it too. It's great. She was like, as an Animal Crossing fan, here's why I don't think this is all good. And she actually broke down legitimate concerns about this thing. And everybody was loving it. It was like, here's this model / wife of a musician,
legend John,
who's apparently a super fan of Animal Crossing, who wants to tell everybody that this Animal Crossing thing is bad. It was amazing.
Well, you may not be able to get people of Animal Crossing to listen to stuff that's bad, but if you're a fan of Destiny 2, you could get their developers to listen to you.
Okay.
That's our next news story. Destiny 2. Next week, Luke Smith and others at Bungie will detail the system side of the upcoming December update. This will include economy updates about vendors and acquiring their gear, tokens, and legendary shards, as well as investment updates, the new reward system for weapons and armor, gameplay updates, and more. Additionally, they will be answering some questions and addressing community feedback that they have been receiving since launch. So, look for Destiny 2 to get better. To get better?
Maybe? I'm glad that they're willing to listen to input. Oh, yeah. Seems like the way that they wanted to run Destiny 2 as a product has been all about making sure they're listening to fans and moving it around fan expectations.
Right.
As opposed to Destiny, which was so stuck in stone. The engine of that thing was just so immobile that they couldn't make changes on the fly.
Well, I think that's the good thing about doing a sequel, is that they were able to learn from their mistakes. And because the Destiny 2 engine is so free-flowing, that they can do stuff like this, where they'll take feedback, put it out there for a week or two of testing, and then refinalize it. For release.
And I trust Luke Smith. He's a guy I've been following in the industry for a while. He used to work for 1UP. as on the journalist side before he went over to Bungie. And he's a great guy. He understands what people want. And I think he'll do a good job of making tweaks where they're needed.
Yeah. All right.
Cool.
Yep. And that brings us to our final story of the night.
What do we got? Fortnite. What? Why?
Because they're suing a teenager.
What? Why?
Oh, you didn't hear about this? This is juicy gossip.
Oh, God. Okay. Not ready.
Okay. So, a 14-year-old is being sued by...
A 14-year-old?
14-year-old.
Is that legal?
Is being sued by Epic Games.
That's not a man.
Being sued for cheating in the game and then exposing that cheat to others via YouTube.
Huh?
So, let me break this thing down.
Okay.
The teenager downloads Fortnite cheats.
Got it.
He makes a YouTube video demonstrating the hacks and advertising the website, distributing them. Epic Games, creators of Fortnite, then files a DMCA claim to take down the video. The teenager then files an appeal.
Okay.
Saying that he's done nothing wrong.
Yeah.
Now Epic Games must defend the initial takedown request. To which they say requires a full legal action on their part.
What?
And also suggests that this would not have happened if the takedown wasn't appealed.
Well, duh.
And it is purely their obligation to hold up the DMCA claim. Essentially, this lawsuit has less to do with hacking and cheating and more to do with DMCA claim promoting hacking.
Right.
Promoting the hacking that's being appealed here.
This is a scary precedent.
It is.
It's a really scary precedent.
That's why we're talking about it.
Because, it's like this guy, a 14-year-old, he doesn't know what he's doing.
Well, he knows what he's doing. He's cheating in the game.
Well, besides that, he doesn't know what he's doing legally, is what I'm saying. He knows what he's doing.
Yes.
As, providing a service to people who also want to cheat at that popular game, Fortnite.
Yeah, it has over 1 million downloads.
I'm being sarcastic. It's not popular.
It has over 1 million downloads.
Yeah, that's not saying a whole lot when the biggest games on Steam have like 13 million people concurrently. Anyways. No, he has no idea what he's getting into, and I don't think Epic really thought this through. Or maybe if they did, they don't understand how this looks from the outside.
Yeah. So tell me, Matt, how does this look? It
looks bad.
No way.
That's how it looks.
No way.
Because this is not somebody who is 18 even, who has like legal the ability to legally present himself.
High school, maybe.
Yeah, barely. I mean, also this is weird. Like, yeah, as we were saying, this is weird precedent because if anybody can just say like, oh well, that repeal was bad. We want to defend against the repeal of any DMCA violation. Then that's going to happen all the time if they succeed.
Right.
That's going to be a constant thing. Are you kidding? Like Nintendo is going to do it every day.
Also, for those of us that don't know, what is the DMCA?
It's about copyright. It's basically, for example, I'm put up stuff from Fortnite, the video game. Epic, the creator of Fortnite, says, that's my copyright being used in a way I don't like. I don't think this file is under fair use, so I'm going to say, take this down. Mm-hmm. And then what the video person can do, and what this 14-year-old did, I'm going to file for repeal to YouTube, basically. Say, hey, YouTube, I don't think this is fair that they did this. I think it should go back up. I think this is totally in fair use.
Right, this is the kids.
And they review it again, and basically, if they determine that it is under fair use, if it's a reworking of footage, which is essentially what the fair use when it comes to video game footage on YouTube is that as long as you're creating new, like a purpose, like a new thing out of the video game stuff, it becomes beyond just reusing copyright. It becomes a new thing.
And here's the thing in that the DMCA isn't just for video games. It's
for anything.
All media. You mainly see this when other people put up trailers
movie trailers
or
music.
Yes.
Like if for example, we got DMCA'd. When we put up a thing...
we did the Grammys. The live Grammy
Awards stream. We got DMCA'd where YouTube took off our audio because it was like we found copyright from like Sony Music or something.
Well, because the Katy Perry music was performing in the background of us talking.
So they picked up that
They
have
audio.
algorithms on YouTube that pick up copyrighted material.
Right.
So things will get flashed before they even necessarily anyone actually sees it.
Correct.
No one's seen our videos, but we got flashed because they have algorithms constantly searching YouTube for that kind of thing. Anyways, long story short,
too late.
It's a weird precedent because one, he's 14.
No.
Come on. And two, it's like we have to really have, and maybe this is what leads to it. We have to have that court case that determines what fair use really is when it comes to YouTube videos of video game content.
Right.
That hasn't happened, and that's why we have this kind of weird gray area with it. Nobody has determined legally 100% whether just showing video games on YouTube as a video is a violation of copyright law. No one knows. We just do it because it's something we can do.
Right.
So yeah, if this is what
and the reason that sites like Twitch can get away with this is because it's not saved infinitely. I mean, Twitch only has a 14-day
That was
save
one of the
period.
ways that they built that into Twitch because that's one of the ways they said they potentially could get out for it. Yes. But, like I'm saying, they can't get away with something that's not necessarily a law yet.
Right.
There needs to be some sort of law before we can actually determine who's on which side. And that's why this is weird. But maybe this is what leads to that. We'll see.
Okay.
Moving on?
No.
Anything else?
That's it. We didn't do any new video games.
All right, solid.
We're done. This is it. We have completed 100
100 of these in the can.
Yes. 100
Media Boat
podcast episodes.
Yes.
We have done
streams for video games and award streams and
our March Madness brackets.
And we did our Disney stuff. We did a bunch of stuff. Yeah. But this is the 100th episode of the Media Boat podcast proper.
Yes.
So that'll do it for us then. Next week we'll be back next Wednesday. with another episode of the Media Boat Podcast, our usual streaming time live at 8 o'clock p.m. Pacific time on YouTube. You can find our YouTube channel by searching Media Boat Podcast on YouTube. Subscribe to us there, and you'll get notifications when we're live, which is really helpful. Also, you can find us on social media. We're on Twitter at MediaBoatCast. We're on Facebook. Just search Media Boat Podcast on there. We are on iTunes if you want to hear the audio versions of this podcast. Sorry, Apple Podcasts. If you want to hear the audio version, just search Media Boat Podcast. We're on the internet in all sorts of ways in written form on MediaBoatPodcast.com. Go there if you want to see special features that we do every week, like box office numbers and new releases every Friday, as well as our written thoughts about movies, television shows, music, and video games that we play. All of those are posted on the website for you to see, so check that out. I think that's it. Oh yeah, if you want to help us with money, we have Patreon. Patreon.com/MediaBoat is where you will go to help us out. You can donate to us to help us build more content that you love. That you could potentially love, whoever you may be up there.
Love us.
Love us, please.
Love us.
Love us with money. As little as $1 a month. That's minuscule. That's like chump change. $1 a month. You probably spend several dollars every month. Donate as little as $1, and you can help us become even better than we already are. Make great content even better. That'll do it, I think.
we.
Oh, and Twitch.tv/MediaBoat is where you can find our video game streams.
Yes.
We didn't do one this week, but you can see archives of our streams. We did some Wolfenstein: The New Colossus last week. In the past, we've done some Jackbox party packs. We've done.
We're gonna do I'm gonna get Jackbox 4 sometime within the following week.
All right. And
we're gonna do some of
check that out. Well, in the past, we've also done baseball, football, Madden, and the show. So check out all that stuff on Twitch.tv/MediaBoat. We'll have more coming down the pipe soon as well.
Yep.
All right, that'll do it. So thanks for listening to us / watching us, and we will be back next week. In the meantime, see you on the other side of 100.
Yep, see you in the triple digits. Wow.
Yeah, weird to think about.
Oh. Do you think we'd ever get this far?
No.
No?
I've never done a podcast this long.
No. Just
this is it.
You just want to like end after 100 right here?
No.
No?
No. Why would we stop now? It'd be insane to stop now.
Because we hit syndication.
That's not how this works. All right, bye, guys.
All right, bye.
Yeah, no. We just need a wedding and a pregnancy.
You two after show.
It's season 5, right?
Well, we do have a wedding coming up.
Not ours.
Not ours, but it's coming up.
I guess since Mark he technically was a judge on one of our Disney shows, does that mean he's the Media Boat family?
You know, I did ask Alice to come on.
Yeah.
To come over today.
As a 100th episode kind of thing?
Yes, I never heard back.
Former
roommate and
Media
former
Boat
host.
podcast. Well, no, she was never really a co-host. She was like our pinch hitter when she saw a horror movie we didn't. Which was only like 3 times.
Yeah, I never heard back from her.
Yeah, sounds about right. She's probably living in like Vegas or something. Anyways.
Good guess. I wouldn't know.
I don't know. Any other things we need to address for the YouTube after show?
No, nothing we should address. I'm just trying to like bask in the hundreds. We've been doing 100 of these things.
We haven't done 100 of these things. We've done 100 of the recordings. We haven't done 100 YouTube streams.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, it took us a while to start doing the streaming.
Well, no, it took us till season 2 to start doing
we didn't do streaming until this year.
Right, and even this like format that we have going on here took us a while.
So
it took like 4 months to get into.
Yeah, we didn't get any of the graphics until we picked up OBS after freaking...
after 3 months.
What was it? XSplit. XSplit sucked.
Yeah.
Hate XSplit. So shout out OBS, thank you.
Yeah.
For making free software that's really easy to use.
Yeah. Okay,
we should go.
Alright.
Okay, bye.
Okay, let's go. Thank you guys for watching us. Thank you, Doctor, for tuning in.
Thank you all.
Yes, thank you all for... This is the 100th episode for us.
It was.
Yeah.
We said that. Goodbye.
I don't think I've ever done something like 100
times. And we're going to do more?
I know, we'll do more.
Keep going.
Alright. And tune in. Make sure. Subscribe. Comment on us. Talk with us.
Please let us know you're alive.
Doctor knows we're alive.
Well, we know she's alive.
Yeah.
All right, bye.
All right, bye.